Hi guys, welcome back to It's MYRA, and in today's video I'll be telling my PCOS story and what symptoms do I have. So if you want to hear this story, stay tuned.
I'm a savage, attitude nasty, talk big shit but my bank account match it. Hood but I'm classy, rich but I'm ratchet. Haters kept my name in their mouth, now they gagging. Bougie, he say the way that thing move, it's a movie. I told that boy we gotta keep it lowly, me the room key. I done bled the
Okay, so let's start from the beginning so you have some background. I got my period when I was in 8th grade, in 8th grade when I was 13. And it had always been irregular. Sometimes I would get my period every 4 months, 5 months. One time I got it once in that year, and it will always last a week to 2 weeks. The time that I got it once that year, it lasts 3 weeks. And I've always been a heavy bleeder. Like I started from at, pads have levels. I always started at a level 5. And my period, like I said, irregular, it comes sporadic. I have to wear panty liners every day because you never know when you walking down the streets and floodgates just open up. So you needed something to help catch it so it don't directly just go in your pants when you walking down the street and somebody from behind you just see a red dot just get bigger and bigger. So yeah. All right, so that was, and my mom took me to the doctor when I was a teenager too to see what was going on. And back then, I don't really think they knew much about PCOS. So the doctor just put me on birth control because they said that would help regulate it. But I never heard the word PCOS or I needed to go to some type of hormone doctor or anything like that. So fast forward to 2009, me and my boyfriend went on vacation for his birthday in May. When I came back, I got my period, which was like, okay, it's here. But here's the thing. It lasted for almost 7 weeks. You heard it, 7 weeks. Non-stop, continuous flow, heavy flow. To the point I started feeling weak. I was dizzy, nauseous, like so tired. It was like I couldn't get out of bed. So my mom was like, you know what? We're just gonna take you to the hospital because we don't know what's going on. So when I get to the hospital, they do blood tests and everything. They're like, I'm anemic, so they gave me iron pills, and then they gave me a high dose of birth control. It was just one pill. It was like equivalent of taking all the pills one shot. Like that, and the pill was a pretty thick pill. So then I do a follow-up visit probably 2 weeks later. By then, my period already stopped. The pill probably made it stop, like, it wasn't a week. It was probably like 3 days, and it stopped. Because at that point, when I had, let me backtrack. When I went to the hospital, I was past the level 5 pads. I was doing overnight pads, and I was soaking through those pads. And I would have to change my pad like every 2 hours. So, yeah. So, I'll go to the doctor, and she reads the results from the emergency room. So, she sends me to get a sonogram, which they do an internal sonogram to look at my ovaries. So when she got those tests back, then she let me know that I had a lot of cysts on my ovaries. But she said it's common. A lot of women have cysts on their ovaries and they just erupt on their own. And it's fine. But she said I had a lot. So then she tells me that I had PCOS, but I had a new doctor. Like when I say not new, like she's new to me, like new doctor, period. Like she just graduated. So her delivery of telling me, oh, you have PCOS, but is like, okay, what is that? She's like, oh, it's polycystic ovarian syndrome. And you're probably never going to be able to have kids unless you take fertility drugs. Like, what? Like, when she said that, I just immediately start crying because I had no kids at this point. It was like my dream had just snatched away. Like, I couldn't see myself never being somebody's mother. And I just cried, like, big crocodile tears. Like, she didn't even go into depth. Like, okay, this is what it is. Here's symptoms. Like, and then she just printed out some paperwork, some information from it, and gave it to me. But that's what she said. Out of all the things you could have said what it was, you said this. So I go home and I'm beyond upset. I'm crying and crying. And my family, my mom don't really know what it is. She never heard of this. Like, people in my family don't have fertility issues. Okay? Like, my mom's side, my father's side, I come from a family who women, you can blow on them and they're pregnant. Okay? The men are very fertile, multiple kids. Okay? My great-grandmother had like 8 kids. I got an aunt with 8 kids. My other grandmother on my father's side, I don't know how many kids she got. She got a lot of kids. One of my sisters got a lot of kids. Like, it's just everybody popping out babies. But I couldn't. I can't do that. That was devastating. So I got on the computer and I researched. Because I'm a big research person. I research about any and everything, to be honest. Not just things happening with me. Like, I know about a lot of things randomly. Random facts. That's a random fact about me. I research about a lot of things. So I research. And Google can be very helpful. But it could also make you feel like you're going to die. You're going to research. You have some type of, you can have a common cold and you research it and it tells you, now you got tuberculosis. Now you're going to die. So yeah, you got to reel it back. Okay, don't just research and pick up one form and that's what you're reading. And that's what it is. You got to go multiple sites so you can gain the right information. Okay. So that's what I did. And I found out tons of facts about it. Oh yeah, and this is why I'm wearing this bandana, because teal is their color. So yeah, I researched it and I found out exactly what it was symptoms applied to me. So my symptoms were, you already know, irregular periods, long-lasting periods. Like, I couldn't listen to my body and tell me when it was gonna come because it came whenever. Now, for their irregular periods, it's not because of any medicine that I took. It just did it on its own. My body, maybe it balanced out somewhat, because now my periods for the last 2 years have been coming on their own. I don't know if I'm because less stressed or whatever, but they come on their own. I'm in tune with my body. I can tell when it's coming. And I know the difference of cramping because I'm ovulating or cramping because my period's going to be here tomorrow or that night. Like, I can listen to it. I listen to my body. I know what's happening now. I was horrible at that before, but my periods was so out of whack. You couldn't. I could be cramping for 4 days and no period and nothing happens. So it was horrible then. But like I say, it's regular now. They still really heavy periods, but it's not the whole entire period. Like, my periods are still long, well, which they're 8 days, 7 days. That's considered long to most women, because y'all probably get periods 2 days. I always hear girls like, oh, my period's done like 3 days. Like, what? I wish. But they're not, they're still 7 days or whatever. but it's not as heavy. They might start out heavy, but towards the end, I could wear like a normal, regular flow pad, like a 3. When the beginning, I need a 5, overnight, all the time. It's always the heaviest, but I know when it's coming. I know between this day and this day, it's gonna come in between, or it might switch up, but I know. Another symptom that I have, thinning hair. My hair compared to high school to now, my ponytail is like literally, not exaggerating. If I straighten my hair, it's like as thick as a pencil. Yeah, I haven't gotten, knock on wood. That's not even wood. I don't know what that is. I haven't gotten any balding hairline. Like a lot of women suffer from, you know, the male pattern baldness hairline or whatever. I haven't gotten that. My hairline's still intact. It's only thinning because sometimes, you know, hair come out from my hair being too tight because of braids, but for the most part is how it's always been. I don't have any bald patches in the middle of my head, like, you know, how men with balds in the middle. Sometimes women get that, but my hair is just thinning. Like when I wash my hair, it's clumps. I feel like I can make a little baby wig out of how much hair comes out. So yeah, that's something that I don't cry about that. I'm done crying about it. I can't change it. I can't help it. It is what it is. So I'm done with that. I also have facial hair. Yeah. And it's, for one, it's probably hereditary because women in my family have facial hair, okay? And it's like everybody, like the women in my family will have like a face, like couple strands of hair under their neck, like under their chin. But mine's go from hair to hair. It's not a couple strands, it's all of this right here. So if you see any dark marks, that is from me plucking, because I mostly pluck. I literally take like an hour to be plucking all this hair, and I just hold the skin, pluck. It be sore, but I pluck it and it lasts longer. I shave in between plucking. I also get a mustache, but it's not old, really thick, but you can see it. The hair on under my neck is really thick. If I pluck it and place it to my eyebrow, you're gonna see the hair. It's a big difference. Even if I compare it to the strands on my head, it's way thicker. Like, I wish this hair go on top of my head because, yeah. So I also get hair on each side of my chin, my chin. Right here. I get hair on the sides, like on each side I get it. Then I started getting hair on my chest. So if you see these scratches, that's from me using a straight razor. I mean, it's not like a bush right here, but it's enough for like when I'm, you know, when you drying off or whatever, like you see it. I see it. It's like a hair, it's like sporadic. They not all clumped together, but I don't want it there. I'm a woman. I want to feel like a woman. I don't want hair where a man has it. And I got one lone hair that grows right here. Like, but that hair is thin. Thank the Lord. It's thin. So, you know, like no one probably really noticed it, but I know it's there, so it bothers me. So, yeah, I plucked that. And another symptom that I have is diabetes. I was diagnosed with diabetes a year after I was diagnosed with PCOS, which is common. A lot of women who have PCOS is insulin resistance, which makes it worse and harder for us to try to lose weight. And a lot of us have weight on the stomach, of course, because I got that gut. So that makes you be insulin resistant too if you carry a lot of weight on your stomach. But I also know there's skinny women out there. but these are just my symptoms, like I said. I have the darker skin around my neck, under my arms, into my thighs. What is another symptom? I believe those are majority of it. My main ones are like diabetes, the facial hair, and the hair loss. Yeah. But comment down below if you have any facial hair, like, and what do you use to try to tackle it. I remember at one point the doctor was trying to give me a medicine called spironolactone. I'll spell it down here. It's supposed to control and stop the hair loss. I'm not gonna say the medicine doesn't work, but it doesn't work for me. And I gave it a fair share, like fair try. Like I used it for a year straight, because when she first gave it to me, because I'm horrible about taking my pills regularly, I wasn't taking it. Then last year I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just take it for a whole year straight. No results, nothing happened, nothing changed, nothing. But also with the spironolactone, it's it can help lower your blood pressure. So I would say that probably worked, because I don't have to take blood pressure medicine anymore. My blood pressure is always a good number. What else? Oh yeah, and I've learned that the spironolactone, transgender girls take that. So I guess it blocks off the male hormone or whatever. But comment down below any of your symptoms, your PCOS story. I would love to hear from you guys, and we could chat up in the comment section down below. And if you know anything you can recommend me or whatever, but we help each other out. Us PCOS girls, we gotta stick together. And I'm also in the process of trying to lose weight, so I'm gonna have a weight loss video for y'all coming soon, and y'all can join this journey with me together. So June 1st we starting, and I'll be sharing a video every week with you guys, but more to come. So until next time, peace.